Hello and welcome to this video on the various options to water your bonsai. Some are mundane and obvious, while others are somewhat more obscure. Each has its own time, place and use for bonsai, and others work all the time with somewhat different levels of success. If you have bonsai, you will know the struggle that keeping up water for bonsai can be. Sometimes you need to worry about too much water and rot. Other times you need to worry about there not being enough water. There are tools that can be used for this, but they have their strengths and weaknesses. The most obvious option, and the least preferable, is your hose. The regular, humble garden hose. This does provide a lot of water very quickly. Too much, too quickly, often. But with large bonsai, it can work. Certainly. The challenge you have is that it is a large volume of water that can cause soil disruption for small bonsai, quite literally tearing them out of the potting mix you've used. Larger bonsai can take up this water and keep going. It is extreme for some, but good for others. Even if you use, say, a trigger on the end of your hose, some sort of nozzle attachment, it doesn't change the fundamental issues. Sure, something like, say, a sprinkling or rain type setting on it is better, but it is still a large volume of water, which does bring us to the next option, the even more humble watering can. A fancy bucket with a, essentially funnel on the end. This is a smaller capacity than a hose in terms of water volume and flow rate. This makes it good for smaller bonsai. It is measured against the fact that the watering can is of smaller volume and needs to be refilled. In short, it is nowhere near as convenient, but the lower flow rate is what you get in exchange. The flow rate is so much lower as it passes through a mesh watering can rose or similar name that diffuses the flow and slows it down. This is good for smaller bonsai. It means the water has time to be absorbed into the bonsai soil and percolate through, draining once saturation is reached. Having to refill it after each bonsai or after a few bonsais is somewhat more inconvenient, but you are using a lower pressure system, meaning you aren't making a, let's say, damaging stream of water. Even if you use the more delicate settings, let's call them. In terms of watering cans, you have options. They can range from large metal or plastic bucket-like options. On the lower end, we have, say, a much smaller option. It goes on the end of a soda pop or soft drink bottle. This is just a much smaller version of a watering can. Better for even smaller bonsai, such as main bonsai. It has a much lower and slower flow rate compared to the watering can. You can get these watering can roses in various shapes and sizes. Some, let's say, more coarse, but also some are gradually finer. Other options again are like a small pipe, much like a watering can, but without the rose. This means you get slow flow rates, but it's more like a trickle, and that trickle means you don't have issues around all the water flowing out at one go and washing away moss, cover, or, importantly, soil. And next is a dripping line or a soaker option. It's almost like a garden stake in the way it looks, except that it's hollow. You screw this onto a bottle, typically an empty soda, pop, or soft drink bottle. It will gradually release water into the soil of your bonsai as it diffuses out, and given the nature of bonsai soil, it should, if it gets saturated, eventually trickle out of the bottom of the pot, meaning you should never have to worry about overwatering the bonsai. Sort of. This is, of course, essentially a bottle, and you do need to refill it, and they can be a little bit more hassle to refill than a standard, say, watering can, but they are something that will tend to your bonsai if you can't be there for a day or two. Next is a somewhat similar design, not exactly similar. It's a bottle with a long, thin nozzle that is slightly flexible. It works by you squeezing the bottle. It's good as it delivers a small amount of water at a time. It's very localized and narrowly applied. It's useful for small bonsai. It's also useful if you're only having to water one or two at a time, as, most people don't spend that much time squeezing their hand open and shut, and not out in public anyway. The upside is that, as mentioned, it delivers a reasonable amount of water almost constantly to it, whilst you're squeezing it, because pressure is increased internally. But it is only limited by that. It's essentially a small hand pump. Last in terms of a pure watering tool is a spray tool. similar to, say, a cleaning chemical bottle, but ideally clean and sterile without chemical residue. Better if it is a new and specifically bought for this purpose bottle. This delivers water in a mist, less useful for watering your bonsai on a large scale, but useful for maintaining moisture and humidity. Depending on how much pressure is generated by it and you switch it to the stream setting, you can still use it to water the bonsai on the bottom, under the foliage and near to the trunk. A good way to get the, say, moss on the bottom of it wet and ensure that there's enough moisture there that is kept alive, on top of misting if you need to do that. Of course, as mentioned, it is very limited in how much water can be provided, but for very small bonsai, or for only very, let's say, topical treatment or application of water, it's useful. And now we need to talk about an important detail we mentioned earlier, flow rate. Many of the tools, let's call them, we've described so far, specifically allow for just a set flow rate, but there are versions available that give you the option of variable flow rate. You can make more water move faster or slower. Now, it's important to have this for some things. As mentioned, if you use a regular hose, it's moving, let's say, household levels of water. What would come out of your sink in the kitchen or bathroom through the hose. This is enough that it can disrupt your bonsai and cause damage, whether intentionally or unintentionally. This is one reason why we suggest that the hose is not the best option unless we're talking about larger bonsai. Another reason to consider the variable flow options, but we also think they're a bad idea. It is another thing to break. So you can suggest them, but we suggest not to. Not because they don't work, but because they break easily and frequently. The simpler the option is, the more reliably, and generally cheaper, the option will work. This is one reason why I prefer them. Cheap, reliable, and easy to use. Now, you can always go out and buy them and go, you know what, I'm going to leave it on full open all the time and not worry about it again. And that would work too, but that really only makes sense if you're buying them in bulk. Last, we've not discussed this already, but there's good reason for that. Electronic pumps and reservoirs. Yes, they work. Yes, they can be helpful if you're going to be away from home or your bonsai for a time, but they are often also gimmicks. Interesting gimmicks, but gimmicks. Yes, you can use them, but electronics outside have this nasty habit of failing due to corrosion, light, and just general wear and tear from being outside. Of course, some, if not all of these, seem to be intended for use indoors. Indoors, where bonsai typically should not be, especially if they're not going to be, let's say, tended to for several days, if they're going to be kept inside for several days, and where they're not going to be well cared for because it's indoors and not outside. So that's sort of making a device that isn't fit for the purpose for which it should be used. So no, we don't recommend these. They can work, yes, and if you have the right setup, they'll be fine, but yeah, lots and lots of caution. Buyer beware scenario. You can alternatively use more, let's say, manual options. Wicking is an option, where you have a bucket of sorts and you have water in that and you get a wick into the bonsai pot. This does the same job, just it uses manual and physical forces rather than electronics, and we would argue somewhat more reliable outside. But it does also have the slight hiccup that it's, relying on an open bucket of water basically, and a bit of wick. These are the tools that can make your watering easier and harder. Easier when used right, harder when used wrong, and if you're really using the electronic ones, indoors, making your bonsai dead, which is making bonsai harder. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and please do post any comments, questions, or suggestions you have below.